Picture this. You're staring at the page, right? The clock is ticking down fast. You're scanning paragraph after paragraph, and suddenly, boom, you hit a total wall. Just a massive, complicated word you've literally never seen before in your life. Your brain just freezes. The panic starts to set in because you're thinking, there's no way I can answer this question if I don't know what this word means. Okay, let's dive into this explainer and turn you into a language detective. We're going to master context clues for vocabulary development, and I promise you, by the end of this, you're going to look at unfamiliar words completely differently.
I mean, we've all been exactly there. You don't know a word in a passage. It's like the absolute universal dread of any test taker. You're deep into a super important reading section. Maybe it's a really high-stakes standardized exam, and boom, a word you simply cannot recognize. It feels like a massive roadblock, doesn't it? Just completely stops your momentum. Your first instinct is probably intense frustration, maybe a healthy dose of that test day panic we just talked about. You're probably wishing you had a dictionary in your pocket, right? But you don't. And honestly, in that moment, it really just feels like the test makers are actively trying to trick you. Okay, I want you to just take a deep breath, because you actually have the ultimate antidote to that test anxiety sitting right in front of you on the page. Don't panic. Use context clues. Seriously. You absolutely do not need to know every single word in the English language to completely ace your reading comprehension. Actually, scratch that. Even seasoned readers rarely know every word. You just need to know how to look at the words around the word you don't know. The text itself is going to practically hand you the answer if you just know how to extract it. Section 1. Hints hidden in plain sight. So think of yourself as an investigator, and the surrounding sentence, well, that's your crime scene, absolutely packed with evidence. Let's formally define our main tool here. Context clues are simply hints in a sentence that help you understand unknown words. This is absolutely crucial, guys. It's the core strategy for true vocabulary development without ever needing to rely on a dictionary. Everything you need to solve the mystery of that unknown word is right there, left behind as evidence by the author. By identifying these hints within the text, you can totally figure out the definitions of unfamiliar terminology. Basically, the sentence is doing all the heavy lifting for you. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it acts as a mini mystery for us to solve together. Take a look at this quote. The man was exhausted, so he went straight to bed. Let's just pretend for a second that you have absolutely zero idea what the word exhausted means. It's a total blank. But let's look at the rest of our crime scene here. What exactly did the man do? Well, he went straight to bed. The structure of the sentence itself gives us the exact clue we need to crack the case. Our mystery word is exhausted. And this brilliantly illustrates how we can use logical deduction to find the definition purely from the surrounding context. Because his immediate action was going straight to bed, logic totally dictates he must be very tired. See? You didn't need a dictionary app to tell you that. You used the context of his actions to decode the terminology. That's independent vocabulary development in action. You're connecting cause and effect within the sentence to arrive at literally the only meaning that makes sense. Section 2. 3 essential decoding techniques. Let's transition from that core example and start adding some really specific tools to our detective toolkit. Relying on context isn't just about making random guesses. There's actually a real system to this. The source material outlines 3 specific techniques used to decode meaning quickly. First up, the definition clue. This is when the author literally just gives you the meaning right there, usually offset by commas or dashes. Next, the example clue. An author might use phrases like such as or including to list things that basically hand you the definition on a silver platter. And third, my favorite, the contrast clue. The text uses words like however or unlike to signal the unknown word is the exact opposite of what's happening. Master these 3, definitions, examples, and contrasts, and you can unlock pretty much any confusing sentence. Section 3. Conquering the Praxis exam. Let's move to and see how this builds into an actionable strategy for those taking the Praxis exam. So, looking at this strategy setup, the Praxis exam frequently gives you a really difficult word embedded right within a sentence. And let me tell you, they do this entirely on purpose. They're testing your reading comprehension, not just whether you memorized a bunch of flashcards. So your job? Use the surrounding words to find the meaning. These exam questions are specifically designed to test your ability to analyze surrounding text to solve language problems. They are literally begging you to use context clues to prove you can process new information dynamically. So the crucial point is that your exam action plan follows these exact logical deduction steps. Step 1, identify the difficult word. Spot your target so you know exactly what mystery you're trying to solve. Step 2, analyze the surrounding words. This is where you do the heavy lifting.
You're scanning for those 3D coding techniques we just learned. Are there commas setting up a definition? Are there examples? Is there a big however giving you a contrast clue? Find the evidence. And finally, step 3, deduce the meaning. Put the pieces together, just like we did with the tired guy going to bed. It's a highly repeatable process that totally removes the test panic.
Section 4, master your vocabulary. Okay, to wrap things up, remember that using context clues basically equals understanding words simply by using the sentence they live in. And if you really want to keep sharpening those analytical detective skills, the source gives us a super actionable next step. Subscribe to Praxis Prep Academy for daily lessons. Vocabulary development is basically a muscle, right? The more you practice analyzing sentences, hunting for those definitions, examples, and contrasts, the faster and more automatic making those logical deductions becomes. Which brings us to a final thought to leave you with. What's the next unfamiliar word you'll decode today? The very next time you're reading, whether it's an article, a novel, or you're sitting down for a major exam, and you hit a wall with a word you don't know, just remember, you literally have a superpower now. You don't need to panic, look at the hints hidden in plain sight, trust your logical deduction, and go solve the mystery.